Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about brands because you guys seem to be obsessed with asking about brands. And brands don't matter. What matters is ingredients. You guys need to be able to know what your skin condition is, and then you need to know what ingredients are the best for that skin condition. And then, once you know that, then you can say, hey, I have this skin condition, and I've heard that these ingredients are good for that condition. So what brand do you know of that has those ingredients in it and could be good for my skin? That's how you need to ask questions. Not just randomly saying, hey, what brand should I use? Because that does not do you any good. So here's the deal with brands. Brands are nothing but salespeople. Brands are just a company that sells a product. Okay? Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how good or how bad. They all do the same thing. They all sell a product. And what's the bottom line of a business is to make money. And so they are going to tell you whatever it is that they need to tell you to get money from you. And you need to understand that. Okay? So if you don't know what your skin condition is, do go to an esthetician. And I know you've been burned by estheticians before, and I get it. But the bare minimum esthetician should be able to at least give you an idea of what is wrong with your skin, because there is a basic level of knowledge that has to be known in order to pass your licensing test. So even if the esthetician doesn't know how to treat your condition, or if it's beyond her scope of knowledge to treat it, or if she doesn't carry the right product line, at least get an idea of what's wrong with your skin. And I've been hearing, unfortunately, that ChatGPT is quite good at diagnosing. So maybe you want to talk to ChatGPT about that. But I highly recommend choosing an esthetician to help you determine what is wrong with your skin. Now that is on you too, because there are all different levels of estheticians. There's a new little girl that just got out of beauty school, and then there's the 30-year seasoned esthetician who really doesn't even know anything because she only stuck with what she learned. And then there's all of these other estheticians, people like me who have gone on to do other education. I mean, I have been taking extended education for over 10 years, so I know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff. But not everybody does. So it's on you to find out if the esthetician that you're going to has the kind of knowledge that you're looking for. Now, every state in the country has different licensing standards. Some are really strict and some have like little to nothing. So it really is a crapshoot as to finding a good esthetician. But looking online and finding people like you guys found me can help you get a better idea of what to look for. And definitely, if you like natural and holistic, like me, then you're going to look for someone that knows about corneotherapy, which is natural to the skin and goes beyond just slapping fruits and vegetables on your face. So it's up to you to find a educated and qualified esthetician to help you diagnose or whatever, determine what your skin condition is. And then you can decide if you want to go to her or not go to her. But the thing is, you've got to know what your skin condition is. Then you need to find out what kind of ingredients are necessary to help correct whatever the problem is that you're having. Sometimes it's a nutritional issue where you need to work both on the inside and the outside. And what irritates me is carnivore people being so dogmatic that, oh, we only use animal-based stuff and we can only put animal-based crap on our face. And then you got the vegans who are like, oh, well, we only put non-PUFA stuff on our face. All of that is wrong because, one, your insides are not your outsides. So what you put on your insides, whether it be meat or, beef fat, or not putting PUFAs on your inside, which you shouldn't, or in natural quantities, in normal ways, but reducing the seed oils. But those are inside issues. We're talking about your outside, which is completely the opposite of your inside. So, should you put tallow on your outside? No, you should put tallow on your inside. And should you put PUFAs on your inside? No, you should put PUFAs on your outside, because that is what your skin needs. And especially if you're acne prone, you have less PUFAs that your skin naturally makes. And I've made a post about that. You should go look for it. So you need to have PUFAs on the outside of your skin, but you don't want it on the inside of your body in excessive amounts that are unnatural, unlike the way nature gave it to you. But you want as much meat on the inside as you can, because that's what builds your skin cells. You can't rub a steak on your face and get peptides. You can't rub an orange on your face and get vitamin C, okay? So let's get real. I talked in my last video about what the skin needs and the ingredients that any skin needs. Every skin and any skin is cholesterol, ceramides, and free fatty acids. That makes your lipid barrier, okay? And then for acne-prone people, linoleic acid is going to be really helpful. So there's your ingredients. That's not all-encompassing. There's people with rosacea that need things, and, people with other skin conditions, eczema. With eczema, it's a nutritional thing. You're going to need more PUFAs. You're going to need fish oil to help with, anti-inflammatory and to help build your skin cells. With rosacea, it's a stress issue. It's stomach acid that's lacking, that your body is predetermined to come up with rosacea as the problem. So, the other thing that's natural to the skin is hyaluronic acid. I've been hearing lately that there's some people that are like, oh, hyaluronic acid is just a big gimmick now. And, there are different molecular weights. So, yeah, you do have to know a little bit about that. But that is native to the skin. That is natural to the skin. It's much more natural to the skin than tallow or coconut oil. Okay? So, know your skin condition, know the ingredients that are needed to address that skin condition, and then ask what skincare brand out there has these ingredients, addresses these particular skincare or skin issues. What brand would be good for me in those cases? That's how you need to frame your question. Not just random, what brand do you like? What's your favorite brand? Because that is really stupid, honestly. So, there are different brands out there that actually do cater to different things. Like y'all know about Face Reality. That's an acne catering brand. There's Hale and Hush, which is a brand that is an oncology approved brand, and they cater to sensitive, sensitized, and patients that are going through chemotherapy and or cancer. So different brands do different things. So learn about your condition, then learn about the ingredients that you need, and then find the brand that addresses those things, those conditions, and has those ingredients that you need. Okay? So one more thing on brands is that not only are they salespeople to you, but they are also salespeople to the estheticians that buy from them and stock their products. And so the reason why a lot of these estheticians have failed you is because the only education that they have post-grad is in brand education. So let's say they've only used one brand for, 5 years. That's all they know, because that's the only brand education that they've had is from that brand. So they don't know about a bunch of other stuff. They only know what that brand does. So that's a problem. And I say that to all of you estheticians that are listening. You need to get further education, and you need to get skin physiology education, not brand education, because if you know skin physiology, you will know what ingredients you need, and you will not need to rely on brands to tell you what you need. So estheticians are getting scammed by the brands just as much as you are getting scammed by the brands, and sadly that transfers to you being scammed by the estheticians just because they don't know any better. So it's a big ball of crap. It really is, and it's super disappointing. So get off the brand thing. That's all I can say is get off the brand thing. Okay? Me and my kitty cat are gonna say good night.